Hello and welcome students to the Learn and Practice Institute, the Institute for Complete Learning, and here we will discuss about the science session, our chapter 3, that is synthetic fibers and plastics. Plus, we have already read about the synthetic fibers and natural fibers earlier, but primarily we have read the the descriptions and normal definitions and how we can use the natural fibers. But here we will discuss in details in this chapter about the synthetic fibers and along with it the plastics, because we know that plastic is also as same as or as similar in family or familiar to the synthetic fiber. So that's why let's go for the synthetic fibers at first in details. We will read the descriptions and the classifications of it and where do we use it and how to make, when it was made, the different type of synthetic fibers, everything. Then we will go for the plastics, how to use it or reuse it, or how to get prevent from it, each and every part. Okay, so first of all, when we will go to read or describe any kinds of part in science, so we used to go for the definitions. So here also we will go for the definitions of the synthetic fibers. Yes, synthetic fibers is also known as the man-made fiber. What for? Because we know that this is such kind of fiber that is not obtained from the nature. It means that from nature we do not get it and we have to make it, or people or man used to make it by using so different type of chemicals in the industries. Different industries are there where people used to make it. Okay, and if we go for the physical characteristics, yes, physical characteristics, it is different in color, different in shape, and we make different type of fabrics. It means the dresses, garments, and the usable things in our home, each and everything. And this is durable, and this long last durable means long lasting, and it doesn't fade its color so longer. So in this way we can easily afford it, and it is also a very cheap in cost. Okay, cheap in amount than the natural fibers or natural fabrics. So these are the quite normal characteristics based on which till now and now, or now in this advanced era, the synthetic fibers has taken its popular role. Got it? So we will just read at first that what is the, or what are the synthetic fibers. Okay, if we go through science, as we are reading the science, so we have to go for now the chemistry part. And in the chemistry, we know that each and every part, or if we go for the biology, our body and different type of body has, or the matter has made by using or by mechanizing lots of cells to each other. Okay, when all the cells, when million of cells or billion of cells are joined together, then a body or a matter or an object has formed. So in the same way, if we say the synthetic fibers and it is man-made, so here different type of chemicals, or if we say the same type of chemicals, it is used, so it has used in much amount. Got it? And much amount means it has the ability to make a object or a proper matter. Now, if we go for the structure, the bodily structure of such type of synthetic fiber, so how it will look like? It will look like obviously in a complex matter. Why? Because all kinds of cells are joined with a normal situations, and they have packed up totally to make this solid form, because these are not liquid form. So when the solid matter is to form, then all the molecules, whatever we say in the chemistry, that all these molecules are packed up totally, packed up strongly. Got it? To make the solid form. So here also such type of matter or such molecules have joined totally in a strong way, so that it makes a solid form. So it's a complex substances. Now these complex substances are quietly known as polymer. Okay, polymer, polymer. What does this polymer means, and from where this word came? So such a question can arise in your mind. Okay, let me clear it. That polymer, the word, it has obtained from the Greek word. It's normally a Greek word, where poly means many and mer means the unit or the part. Okay, a part or a unit is known as the mer. So poly means many, as we know that mono means one, di means two, tri means three, tetra means four. So in the same way, poly means many. Okay, so polymer means where a part or a matter, where many parts or many units are joined together, are connected together strongly. Okay, those objects are known as the polymer. So here obviously we can say not only synthetic fibers, but also our body, but also our body organelles, but also the normal water bottle, Okay, the house, buildings, each and everything are in the class of the polymer. Okay, but if we say yeast, if we say amoeba, yes, these are not polymer, these are the monomer. What for? Because these are the unicellular. Or if I say the egg of a chick, of course it is also a monomer, because these are made only by using one cell. Got it? Or unicellular, they are the unicellular, so that's why they are monomer. Okay, as we are reading the synthetic fiber, so let's go for it. So it is polymer. Now we will read about the polymers that we get from the nature also, from the nature also. And for example, you can say the cotton and the grasses also. What for? Because they are known as a cellulose, and cellulose also made up of a large number of glucose. Okay, how do glucose form? We know that in photosynthesis process, plants used to produce the glucose, or C6H12O6. So whenever we are saying in the reaction that C6H12O6, so it is a one molecule of the glucose. Now you think that whenever the billion amount of the C6H12O6 are joined together, so it will make a polymer, obviously, right? So whenever they are making the polymer, such type of polymer, all those packed up form of the C6H12O6 or glucose is collectively known as cellulose. Got it? And such type of cellulose are found in nature, just like in cotton, in grasses. It means that the green vegetative part, okay, or the natural part that we get from the nature, wherever it contains the cellulose in it, it means they are under polymers. Got it? That's all. Now we will read about the classification of the synthetic fibers. Yes, if we classify the synthetic fibers, they are of different part. They are of different in classification. Number one, we'll read here the rayon. Number two, here we will read nylon. Okay. Number C, we will read the acrylic and polyester. So in this three manner, we can easily separate them or classify them. So let's go for rayon at first. Okay, fine. So rayon, you have already read in class 7 that the silk fiber obtained from the silkworm and discovered in China and was kept as a closely guarded secret for a long time. Got it? And fabric obtained from the silk fibers was very costly, but its beautiful texture fascinated everybody. Okay, so that's why we most of the time we people used to go for the silk fabrics. What for? Because these are very glazing looks, and different colors are also available, and we can afford it within a very low cost. So that's why people most of the time, except or beyond the cotton fabrics or any other natural fabrics, they go for the silk fabrics. Okay, fine. So towards the end of this 9th century, if we go for the discovery of it, towards the end of the 19th century, scientists were successful in obtaining a fiber having properties similar to that of silk. Such a fiber was called by obtained by the chemical treatment of wood pulp. These fibers was called the rayon or the artificial silk. It means it is as similar as silk, but silk mainly come from the silkworm, whereas this artificial silk or the rayon has come through the wood pulp. Got it? The wood pulp. We know that the tree trunk, and through tree trunk or the branch of tree, from there the pulp are taken out, then through machine or using the various types of chemicals, all those pulps are separate together, or they are filtered together to take out the thread from there. Then such type of thread are known as the artificial silk, as they are just behaving like a silk and looks also like a silk from the outside, and they are totally resembles with the normal silk. Okay, so such a resemblance, sometimes people used to get in a shock that what is the normal or the pure silk and what is the artificial silk. So rayon is used as artificial silk nowadays, and it is used mainly to make the carpets in our house. Okay, and large bed sheets in our house. So, and in saris also, and in few fabrics also it is used. Okay, so it is all about the rayon. Now we will go for the nylon. Look, class, these topics are very much simple. Okay, so we must not go for it in a so longer details. So in short, you will read it and you will just get the idea of it. Now go for the next classification, that is nylon. Okay, nylon, it is said that in the year 1931, first time it was discovered, and it is a man-made fiber. Of course, it is man-made fibers, and it is totally made up of the different chemicals. Chemicals are used, then colors are used to make it the colorful, different colored nylon are present everywhere. And if we go for the properties of, or the characteristics of it, yes, by character, the nylon is very much elastic. It is elastic and it is last longer, and it is durable. It is durable. So such type of characteristics it shows. What for most of the time, people used to take nylon for making different type of articles. Just like if you say the rope, okay, if you say the parachute, so, and if you say the normal rope that is used, or in saris also, in jeans also it is used, the stretchable jeans that the youngers used to wear nowadays. So those jeans are also made by the stretchable part of it, and it is nowadays very much popular. And you know that in stretchable jeans mainly the nylon is used. Got it? In the very thin thread of the nylon, it is used to make the jeans. So in this way, nylon are used everywhere in the world. Now we will go for the polyester and the acrylic. Look, polyester and acrylic, two parts are here. So in a part wise we will read. At first we will go for the polyester. It is the another synthetic fibers, and fabric made from these fibers doesn't get wrinkled easily. Yes, it is remain very much crisp and it is easy to use. Got it? Wrinkled, we have often seen that whenever we used to wear the woolen shawls, woolen sweater and woolen garments, that time after wearing a long time, we will observe that sometimes small balls like wrinkles comes out. Got it? And it doesn't look so good, and it seems to be that our clothes is going to be old. But polyester is such type of fabric through which if we make the fabrics, so on that very fabrics the wrinkles will not form anymore. Okay, how long you will as you wish you can wear it or you can use it, but no wrinkles will be formed, as well as it will be remain crisp, means it will remain just as new as well, and every time. And we can use it anywhere. Okay, and easy to wash also. You have must seen that people wearing nice polyester shirts and other dresses. Terylene also a very popular polyester, and it can be drawn into very fine fibers that can be woven like any other yarn. Got it? So it is mainly the polyester ester means here we can I'm just telling that where the ester is using. Esters are the chemicals which give fruits their smell. Okay, and these esters are when it is used in a much amount. First you have told now that polymer means the same type of unit when used in a much amount or in a huge amount. In the same way, when the unit of the esters we use in a much amount or large amount, at that time it is said that polyester. Okay, and such a polyesters are used to make the thread, and through or the fibers, and through which the yarn makes, and through polyester the different type of garments or fabrics are made. Now, these type of polyester are used in a mixing way with the different natural or the artificial fibers. Just like if we say that few garments are available in the market, you will observe that those which are known as the polycot. Okay, so what does the polycot means? Polycot means the garment those which are made by the mixing thread of polyester and cotton. Okay, polyester and cotton, when they used to mix together, then it forms poly and polycot. Okay, so if we say the polywool, few type of fabrics of the woolen, just like the woolen shawls, woolen dresses, woolen sweaters, those which are known as the polywool. What does polywool means? Here the 50% wool and 50% polyester is used. Okay, so in this way nowadays people in industries they mix different type of mixing different fabrics using the mixing thread, just like then polycot, polywool, etc. Now, in most of the home we use the bottle or different type of plastic utensils or different type of other materials, those which are marked as PET. PET in capital PET. What does PET means? PET means, or PET stands for polyethylene terephthalate, right? Polyethylene terephthalate. Here also the polyester very much plays role. Okay, and PET is also a very familiar form of this polyester. It is used to make the bottles and in different type of utensils and wares, and the films for making that is used to make take or click the photo, or for movie recording. In different way, such type of polyester is used. So it is all about the polyester. Now come to the acrylic. Acrylic is the popular thread, or acrylic is the popular fibers that is used only for making the woolen dresses, woolen shawls, woolen sweater. And it is quite thick and quite it takes a different type of color, and color doesn't fade at all, and it remains new after using a long time. So in this way, acrylic is so much popular nowadays for making the woolen dresses. So it's all about the classifications and their details manner of the synthetic fibers. Now we will read that what is petrochemical. Why we will read the petrochemical here? Look, whenever we are using the word synthetic fibers, or the synthetic means chemical is present, and most of the chemicals are present in the laboratory nowadays, those which are totally filtered or totally absorbed, or totally what I say that taken from the petroleum. Okay, from the petroleum. We know that petroleum is a crude oil, and through petroleum, whenever different materials, different chemicals are absorbed out or taken out or sorted out, so this type of chemicals are known as petrochemicals. Petro means here it is connected with the petroleum, means the object or the acids or the materials or the chemicals, those which are taken from or absorbed from the petroleum are known as the petrochemicals. So easily we can say that in synthetic fibers, or to make the synthetic fibers, petrochemicals play its own role. Okay, fine. Now we will go for the characteristics of the synthetic fibers. Characteristics of synthetic fibers we have already discussed just in the introductory part of this chapter. That is, we can sort out, or we can easily take the synthetic fibers based on few different things or different points. Number one is durability. If we go for its durability, of course it is quite durable than a natural fibers or natural fabrics, as it takes a long time, and it is used for a long time. And if we say its color, yes, its color remains same for a long time, and we can use it. And number three, if we say its amount, yes, it is very cheaper than the natural fibers, as we know that natural fibers means here the insects, the animals used to take their role to make such type of yarn or such type of fibers, whereas the chemicals or synthetic fibers are made by man in different factories, and different type of industries make different type of synthetic fabrics. So here, and it is quite popular, so, and that's why it is quite cheaper than the natural fibers. And if we say that about the conditions or the characteristics of the fabrics, yes, of course, the synthetic fabrics can be used for a long time without any hesitation, whereas if we use the normal natural fabrics, we can use it for a short time, because after using it for a short time or for a few days, it will just look like as a old dress, whereas the synthetic fibers or synthetic fabrics will look as new forever. So these are the quite differences, are quite good popular characteristics based on which people nowadays use the synthetic fibers, and it is quite popular in our uh, society. So this is all about the synthetic fibers and its properties and its classifications. Plus you read well at home, and at first you read the topic thoroughly from the book, then you watch my video. Hopefully you will understand everything, and if there is any problem is occurring in your mind, please let me know in the information box or the comment box. Thank you so much.